Well, I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
Welcome to the Black Irish Podcast. Hey there, and thanks for joining us for a new episode of the Black Irish Podcast with myself, Brendan McCorkle, and Mike Crawford, and our intro music provided by Aerolab. Just for you, Mike. Aerolab. Shout out to Aerolab for that awesome intro.
That's what I'm talking about.
How you doing, Mike?
Everybody, they props. I'm good, man. How you doing today?
I'm good. Just rolling through the week. You know, I had actually an ulcer last week, so that popped up. That was fun. Cool. So I didn't realize it till a few days through, and I'm just an asshole guy. I'm like, it'll get better. Finally, I talked to a doctor, and then it was like 6 hours after you take medicine, you're fine. Should have done that in the first place.
Yeah, there you go.
But I had time to catch up on some news. Did you know that Aaron Rodgers is finally engaged?
Yes. I think it's to like Danica Patrick, right?
No, that was like 3 years ago.
Oh, man. What?
I think that was like the last big one. So I guess it was like a surprise who he was dating. I don't know. But I have two things with Aaron Rodgers. Number one, how was he not number 15? How did he not pick 15? AR-15? Come on, dude. That's good shit. That seems like a huge misstep in my opinion. But
he might like the AR-12 better.
I don't know.
Tell you that.
But also, do you give a shit about celebrities and when they get married and who they get married to and all that kind of stuff?
It depends, man. Not really give a shit, but if it's two rich people getting married to each other, it's nothing. It don't matter. But when a rich person is marrying like a regular person.
Is that the allure? Is that why people get pissed off when celebrities get married? Because they're like, fuck, now I don't have a chance.
Well, no, I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop and figure out how much they're going to get in the divorce. You came from nothing to something, baby.
How many dudes go that way with like a celebrity chick?
There's only one, and he's a GOAT. Only one that I know.
Kevin Federline?
You know it, buddy. Kevin Federline, the GOAT. Kevin, if you anywhere watching me, you are the GOAT, my friend. You are the GOAT. You are the only man I know that won the kids and are getting paid. Shout out to you, my friend.
I love that we both knew it. Yeah, but other than that, you don't really care, right?
Yeah, no, I don't care.
You don't care about Kim Kardashian and Kanye and all that bullshit drama?
No. The fact that you know about all this stuff is kind of weird.
Well, I just got on social media recently, Mike, so this shit kind of pops up. But so with Kim Kardashian,
I'm on social media a bit, and I don't know nothing about no Kim Kardashian. I did see it on the front of a tabloid. They're supposed to be getting divorced, but it was a tabloid.
There you go.
I don't even know if I believe it or not.
Yeah, I think it's true. But is it like whoever she dates next is guaranteed Sixth Man of the Year in the NBA? Or is that the requirement?
Six man, you got to be at least the sixth man to get count. If you ain't the sixth man of the year, she ain't even gonna look your way, bro. Like the requirement is 6 men or better.
But she could be like the new Bull Durham. What was her name? Sigourney Weaver in Bull Durham was. She would just bone the next big thing, the next big prospect, and then all of a sudden they were good. I don't know. Maybe that could be Kim Kardashian for the NBA.
Oh, don't worry. Her mom will pick him out. Don't worry. It'll be strategically done.
Yeah, because have you also noticed that anybody that they date, it's like they don't date in the NBA like anybody that has pressure. They're like, date somebody who could be on a championship team, but definitely doesn't get the ball.
There you go, man. There you go. Look. And It's sad.
Like, what's his
Sad.
stat line? 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Okay, I like it. 8 points. Yep. Sign him up. Season 28 of the Kardashians.
Oh no, they're off TV now, man. They took them off TV, bro.
Okay, so you're blaming me saying that I'm too far into the tabloids, yet you know that their season is getting canceled, or series, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, man. I got a homeboy who watches it because he thinks they're pretty attractive. So
Homeboy. Yeah. They have nude photos online, Mike. You don't have to watch E and listen to them.
No. My friend really watches it with his wife, bro. Like, he really watches the
All right,
Kardashians.
the wife thing,
like,
okay. All right, he's got to get a little
yeah,
something out of it.
yeah,
Then he
he's a
gets
man,
sucked
yeah.
in. All right. I can see that.
No,
Definitely.
he actually looks at it because they're attractive, bro. Like,
All right. You're defending your friend pretty hard here. He's got a good
I'm not
friend.
defending him.
You're a
That's
good
not-
friend.
I'm a very good friend, but that's not defending him. That's kind of sad that you look at it because they're attractive. I don't know if that's really defending him, which is why I'm not going to say his name, but yeah, he know. When he watches this, he'll know who I'm talking about.
You know who you are, buddy. And I'm
Yes.
backing you. I'll co-sign for you.
It's all good, man.
I fight all you bitches today.
Let's go
All
for
right,
the
come on,
super
man.
fight.
I need a win, man.
What are you talking about? I think we're tied. Are we 2-2?
I don't know, but I didn't win last week, so that means I need to win this week.
All right. Mike is nice. A leprechaun.
Okay, I can take that.
Leprechauns are sweet. Did you ever see Leprechaun in the Hood?
Yeah.
And I am a wizard. This is going to be a good one. All right.
Are you good with arenas?
A what?
Are you good with arenas?
Gilbert Arenas? No. I mean, that would be a good one, though. He does bring guns in the locker room. He's like, no, that's my jersey number. Wasn't that him that was like, no, it's my jersey number. You stay away from my.
I don't think.
Or,
I don't think it was over a jersey. No, I think they were arguing over money.
yeah, something like that. They went to a club or something, and somebody owed
my man
somebody.
brought multiple guns to the locker room and told me to pick one, bro. You know the dude he did that to is in jail for murder now, though?
Maybe he pushed him over the edge. He's like, kill or be killed. Fuck this. That ain't happening again.
He barked up the wrong tree, fuck around, got himself killed. Excuse my language. You might have to edit that
So
out.
Mike's first attribute is that his leprechaun is really, really stupid.
Yo, I think I gotta get a better camera angle on how you picking
Bro.
these cards, man. Wax sauce.
Mine is that I'm really clumsy. Okay, so we have a really clumsy guy, wizard, going against a really stupid leprechaun. And this leprechaun has very tiny legs, which we already knew that. Oh, you have tiny bird legs. Not regular legs, tiny bird legs. And my attribute is that my hands are covered in butter. All right. It's going to be interesting. So we have a leprechaun that's really, really stupid and has tiny bird legs going against a wizard that's really clumsy and hands are covered in butter. This is easy for me because I'm a wizard. I can cast spells. Doesn't matter. Roll up my sleeve of wizard. Come at
But
you.
you might cast a spell on the wrong person because you're extremely clumsy. I don't know if that's going to work here, Brendan. I don't know if
But
the
you're a
cast spells
leprechaun.
gonna-
I can still
Yeah.
run at you and try and stomp on you.
can't. Yeah, you can run at me, and then I run like near a cliff, and you're clumsy, so you're gonna fall over the cliff.
But you're
and
really
I'm gonna win.
stupid. You have no sense of direction. You have tiny bird legs, so you're not going very fast.
What birds go fast, bro?
Their
Have you
legs
not seen
go
the
fast,
Road
but
Run-
they're tiny.
Yeah, but
One of
the road runner. The
Yeah.
road runner has very skinny legs. He's a bird, and he goes really, really
but this
fast.
is
bro.
tiny. This is like little tiny owl legs, like little
But a tiny
sticks,
man like them,
little
not like small.
toothpicks.
You're talking height wise. That makes it small. Tiny
Okay,
just
so
means
then
they're toothpicks.
you have this little bowling ball of a leprechaun on top of some ostrich legs. What's going on here?
There you go.
You got
That's what I'm talking about.
that I'm casting a spell on your legs to tie them together. You can't go anywhere. What do you do now?
Still are not gonna be able to do nothing to me because you're clumsy. So eventually you're just gonna fall over and kill yourself.
No way. I'm clumsy, not stupid. That means I fall over a lot, but I still get back up and I can stomp you out. You're a leprechaun. I got no butter on my feet, only butter on my hands. So I'll stomp you out and rub you in butter.
Yo,
Just mush
you
your
can't-
face.
You can't touch me because your little butter hands ain't gonna be able to hold nothing, bro. So how you gonna cast a spell on me? What you gonna do with your little butter hands?
I
bro?
roll
You
up
with
my
your
sleeve
hands?
of wizard and I cast a spell on you, bro.
Nah, bro.
You have
Nah,
no
bro.
powers against me. Name me one offensive move that you've made.
What do you mean?
You have not made an offensive move.
I'm fast. You're gonna try to chase me because I'm fast with my road runner legs. And I'm
Okay.
gonna run around in circles around you.
Getting
And the
yourself
clumsy
tired.
you. Yeah, but you're gonna be dizzy and then you're clumsy and you're just gonna fall over.
Falling over
we're gonna
does
be
not
somewhere-
kill people, Mike. Maybe really old
is,
people, but
but-
they have life alert.
No, you're gonna fall over, then I'm gonna drag you off a cliff, bro.
I'm a wizard. No.
You're a wizard.
No, I'm a
what?
wizard. I cast a
With
spell
butter
on
hands.
you. So what?
So what spell did you cast on me? What did you make me do, Brady?
I
What
tied
is
your
spell?
ostrich legs in a knot.
Okay, so then
Pretzelis Micamus. You're done, son. And then I stomp you out because my butter hands, I can't do shit with them. I'm fumbling, trying to get my wand. I can't fucking get it. So I just walk over out of frustration and stomp you out.
because I don't have no real powers, I'm gonna let you win the day.
Yeah,
but
you
I
have
could've won
no
this match.
offense, bro.
I could have won this match. The Roadrunner beats the Coyote all the time.
I'm not a
all
coyote.
the time.
I'm a wizard.
I have no feeling in my fingers or penis, but I think it was worth it.
Yo, if you ever have
I'll
no
take
feelings
it.
in your penis,
It was either a really good day or a really bad one. I'm a glass half full kind of a guy. I like to lean that way. I think it was a good
there you
day.
go, man. I'm with you on that, man.
So
And
I
that can't
started.
happen. It is a must.
Yeah, absolutely. So I started tinkering around with the Madden game to get our Pro Bowl thing going on this weekend, which we're gonna stream live this Friday, 7:15 Pacific, 10:15 Eastern. We're gonna set up the Pro Bowl game that Mike and I had together. The team that we picked, we're gonna simulate it and see who wins. So
You said what time you streaming?
10:15 your time on Friday.
You settle about it.
You good?
Okay, I be forgetting stuff, man. My birthday's Saturday, bro. So
That's why we're doing it Friday, so we don't mess with your birthday Saturday.
I totally forgot about my birthday at one point, though.
But we will we'll celebrate your birthday with my Pro Bowl team kicking your ass, and we'll talk shit and get loose, just have some fun. But that got me thinking about video games and me not playing them for a long time, so I started to go back and think of all the video games, like my favorites and favorite consoles and stuff. Did you have a favorite like video game or system growing up?
No, I mean, I got whatever was new, man. I got 3 brothers, so we kept something new in the house. Whatever was new, we had, man.
Oh, really? Did you ever play computer games at all?
A little, like Oregon Trail, stuff like that at school.
Oregon
man.
Trail?
I just aged myself.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you're an old
Yeah, buddy.
hillbilly farmer or something?
No,
I never knew this
on our
about you,
computer,
Mike.
bro. Hey, it was a game on our computer, man. In school, we ain't had no
Oregon
up-to-date,
Trail.
man. Oregon Trail.
Wow. I was more of a Doom, Duke Nukem,
Oh,
Command
I
and
played
Conquer.
Doom. I played Doom. I know how to play Doom.
Duke
I played
Nukem
Doom.
was the shit. And then Command and Conquer was the shit too. I never played like The Sims or anything like that. Did you ever play SimCity or anything like that? That shit was whack. Fuck SimCity. It was like after you figured out how to speed up the time, it just made bankroll after bankroll. You could do a year in like 30 seconds. It was like, all right, this game sucks.
But
But
Doom, you could cheat too, though. Like you could have a cheat code for like live.
yeah, so I mean, there was cheat codes for all those games. I didn't play a ton of computer games. The biggest one was the original Nintendo was, Mario, Galaga, Excite Bike. What else was on there? Tetris, Contra, Tecmo Bowl was the shit.
Tecmo Bowl was the shit.
And
But I'm a Sega Genesis, more of the Sega Genesis era, if you want to, yeah. I had the Nintendo.
so you were a Sonic guy?
Sonic, Madden, NBA Live.
Yeah, that's when Madden came out. Yep, the start of the start of an era. Madden's always been the one consistent, like, you could always bring me back with Madden if we were playing video games. Because you're always playing with somebody. So it was more of a shit talking fest, and you just tried to get good at Madden while you were talking shit. That was basically how that one worked.
Oh, definitely, man. Madden was, now you get to talk shit over the internet.
I know, now it's insane. Can you admit that being a Sega guy, that Sega CD was a poor choice? That thing sucked dick.
I don't think I think that might have been one system I never had.
Yeah, because it sucked so bad.
Mm.
I think it just hooked up to a regular Sega. Like, it was awful.
Low cartridge, man.
Sucked. Did you play Nintendo 64 at all?
Yeah.
That was my favorite
64,
console.
Dreamcast, had all that crap.
64 had, Mario 64 was great.
Mario Kart, man.
Mario Kart and GoldenEye were the two. You just play those two all day.
Hey, man, shooting games are like the new thing, but that new GTA.
Have you played it?
Yes. I don't own a console, but I played it. All my friends own consoles. I'm the least video game guy that I hang around with, man. They all got Xboxes and all that crap.
I know. The Xbox I have was a hand-me-down from my brother. He's like, I have like 3 of them in the closet. I was like, oh, I'll take one then in that case, but I'm not.
Well, you can't play around Mickey and the kids, but if you get a chance, swing by and play that realistic, crazy stuff. Might be top game out right now.
I might have to check it out. But I'm more of a, like, Valhalla kind of a guy. Like, I don't play those first-person games, but if I do, I'm like, give me some dragons, some real shit, and we'll go around and kill them.
Nah, I feel you, man. Yeah, I'm more of a, if I'm gonna play a shooting game, it's more just like, killing people type of, like, team up, go kill, and that.
Yeah, it's all I like doing the multiplayer shit, so it's like especially like Call of Duty, it's like, oh, I'm gonna log in, you're dead. Oh, I'm gonna log, you're dead. Like, that's not fun to me. Like, if we're gonna play all in the same room, okay, that's maybe fun, but that's about it. But I am excited. College football, EA Sports is coming out with college football again.
Yeah.
Woo!
I hope they have it like they used to, where you could franchise it to your Madden and you can keep the thing going.
They have to. I just hope that it's one of those things where we've been waiting for so long that they don't jump the gun and just shoot it out right out of the gate without it being ready. Like, make sure it's the best version of the game it can be. Just right out of the gate. You got a whole year to work. I'm sure you've been working on it already, obviously. Otherwise, you wouldn't have made the announcement. So now make sure it's up to par with every other game, if not better than every other game, as soon as it comes out. That's the key.
Yeah. It better be a hell of a game after a whole year of anticipation.
I know, yeah.
And stuck in a house with a pandemic, bro. It better be fire.
I'm sure it will be. So, were you, being that you bounce back and forth between consoles, were you a Street Fighter guy or a Mortal Kombat guy?
I'm a Street Fighter guy. I prefer Street Fighter. I like Street Fighter.
I figured. Who were you, Ryu?
You know it, man. Ryu.
Of course you were. It seemed like if you knew how to play Street Fighter and you were Ryu, it was like, why was it fun for you?
It's fun because you get to crush everybody.
You just smash everybody. Just try and get perfect every time.
But that's the same thing if you were good at Mortal Kombat with Raiden, whatever the guy with the hat on that could you in front. Like, if you got good with him, you weren't losing. My man was like zap you and then dive at you head first. Like, you wasn't doing nothing with that, bro.
Yeah, my favorite fighter was Liu Kang, just because his kicks were always fucking fun. He was bananas. I don't know, but I always pick the wrong people because I would pick the one that I'm like a child. Like, I didn't know how to play. I'm like, okay, this one has the best attributes. I'm like, yeah, but that one's big and has long arms. Going with that guy. And just get the shit kicked out of me every time.
Once I learned the game, it's a matchup thing to me. Like,
yeah,
who you get, who I get. Let's make it fun. Same thing I do in sports games too when I play, though. Even though I'm not those good at those, especially the NBA games. So.
I know I'm terrible, but I mean, I would like to be good at it, but again, I just only want to be good enough to be able to talk shit and like play a close game with somebody.
Close game. That's it.
All,
That's it.
that's all I'm
keep
looking
it close.
for. It's like gambling. Like if I break even but had fun for 4 hours, I'm good. I won. If I lose a close game in video games, I'm like, all right, at least I didn't embarrass myself. I'm cool.
I feel you on that, man.
But speaking of ass whoopings, how was that Super Bowl? Yeesh. That was rough, bro.
It wasn't even worth watching.
It was.
That's what happens, man, when people underestimate the importance of an offensive line.
And I'm so mad at myself for going against my instinct. I'm like, man, it's just going to be one of those, like, Tom Brady, fuck you games. Like, not going to be exciting. I'm like, no. I'm going to root for the Chiefs. And sure enough. Like, I bet the over, and then I bet the over in increments of 5 points because you got inflated odds. I'm like, oh, man, they're going to score a ton. They didn't score shit.
I know somebody who bet the 15-1 $100 and got paid off the Mahomes no touchdown.
Oh, no way.
No way I would have put $100.
The only bet I won is the one that I usually lose. I think I've won it one time out of the last like 12 years is the coin toss. And I won it. The second time in like 13 years I won it. That was the only bet. I lost every other bet for the rest of the game.
Yeah, man.
Color of the Gatorade, all that shit. Lost it all. I did like that. I turned on, I forget which, I think it was like Around the Horn or something on ESPN one day, and they had theories about the color of Gatorade. I'm like, is there really nothing else to talk about? Oh my gosh, dude.
What color was the Gatorade?
I don't know. I didn't watch.
That far.
It was like as soon as it was official. Dude, at about 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter when Casey officially like turned over on downs, I was like, okay, now there is absolutely no way they're coming back. I went in the kitchen, started cooking. I'm like, I don't fucking care. It'll be on in the background now. Like it's over. It's boring. It's been boring. The only thing that made it somewhat exciting was the fact that it was Patrick Mahomes. He wasn't hurt. It was like you could get him back in, and there's a pot. He could score 3 touchdowns in a quarter, easy. You know,
if they could,
but they couldn't do anything.
I know they lost and they got their butt kicked, but the 2 should have been touchdown passes that he threw that were dropped. Did you see the throw? Like, have you seen still pictures of those throws?
No.
Like, no, one of them he was basically horizontal with the ground, throwing like, and it hit the dude in the hand. Bro.
Yeah, that I saw, that I watched. That was brutal.
That is.
At first, I'm like, God, why is he just do? I did see the one, I pointed it out, where he hit the corner, the back pylon. He looks like he's throwing it away, but it's like perfect. If the dude doesn't hit it with his hand, it's hitting the pylon. And it's like, you know, if you're throwing it away, throw it to the only spot your guy can get it. And he was going to nail it, like falling backwards 35 yards away, like within 6 square inches. It was pretty impressive.
I tell you, man, if they had one of those tackles, just one, they didn't need both. One, it would have been a totally different game. One tackle.
See, I want to see Patty Mahomes in a skills competition. That's the only thing I like about the Pro Bowl. Fuck the game. I want to see the skills competitions. Those are fun. Because Patty Mahomes could do some weird shit.
Yeah, they got the ass washed.
Yeah, that was terrible. Do you remember when Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning was a conversation for who's better?
I still take Peyton.
Yeah, but who's better?
If you ask me who's the better quarterback, like if we're talking like the skill of quarterbacking football team,
yeah,
Peyton Manning's better.
How?
What do you mean, how?
He has more brain in that giant 12 head of his?
Yeah, the things that you're required to do to be a quarterback, Peyton Manning was better at. It's not a hard thing to, it's not like hard to fathom. It's not like Tom Brady won more. He was on better teams. Football is the ultimate team game. But if you're talking about mano a mano, if you put his career versus his career and they both stopped on the day that Peyton Manning retired.
Why? But
it wouldn't even be close.
But they didn't stop. the day.
Yeah, so he has. So the one thing he has, which is not relegated to quarterback, and is longevity. And if you play longer than anyone, you're going to have the numbers, which him and Emmitt Smith can hold to, because they just played longer than everybody, so they have all the numbers.
Well, that's funny. That's a note that I had. Is, we were talking about the Pro Bowl and stuff. Why is Emmitt Smith not considered one of the best running backs of all time?
And I'm a Cowboys fan, because if you watch the game, I love him to death. He's the greatest of all time to me, because he has the numbers to say it, but I'm not putting him on my team. You tell me if I want to start a team.
Then he's not the greatest of all time. He has the best stats of all time. No, he has the best stats of all time. To me, he's the greatest of all time. It's an opinionated question, and you want my opinion. My opinion says Emmitt Smith. I want your opinion to line up with what I'm saying, Mike.
No. I mean, you gotta feel to realize the person that they say is greater than him. Well, they say multiple people are greater, but most of the people with comparison is Barry, and they played time together. It wasn't like Barry watched them when they were in the league together. They say, "Oh, he had better this, that, and the third than Barry Sanders." Cool. That's the same thing I'm gonna say about Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. So why are you arguing me about Peyton Manning? If you're going to give me Barry Sanders better than Emmitt Smith, then I can give you Peyton Manning.
First of all, you never let me respond to you. So how do you know how I feel, Mike?
Because everybody gives me Barry Sanders. And
I'm not saying Barry Sanders. I'm saying that my argument of why Emmitt Smith is not considered like a top 5 of all time is because he was not spectacular while doing it. He always had a great offensive line, and he would plug up the middle for 5 and 6 at a time, because he wouldn't get hit till 4. So, yeah, he still had to do it, and he still had to stay healthy and not injured. But
he also had to play with 2 broken shoulders, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm just saying, like, if Corey Dillon was in the backfield, he'd probably have the same stats.
I don't know about that. It's a whole bunch of this that goes into that. A whole bunch of this.
I know.
But like playing with 2, you know what I'm saying? Separated shoulders. There's a whole bunch of this to go into that. Let's not make it seem like anybody could have did what Emmitt did. I understand your point you're trying to make, because I made the same point for Peyton Manning, but let's not get disrespectful on this here podcast. So.
All right, just in case Emmitt's listening, I think you're a great top 15 running back.
I don't know, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna never give Tom Brady his proper respect. So that's just me.
That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people.
I'm not okay with the cheating stuff, man. And I don't think, like you said, it's just not spectacular, man. Like, he don't have 5,000-yard seasons. I think he might have had 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just started throwing, like, his years when they were winning, he wasn't throwing a lot of touchdowns. That was a build. That was defend, run the ball, and you make key throws.
Yeah.
Like, that other stuff came on the back end of his career. When he was at
agreed. It's one of those things where it's definitely boring the way that it was done, but at the same time, like, it's one of those things where if you do it for long enough, if you do it for too long, but not long enough, then you're just an asshole. But you're unlikable. But if you get past that hump, get past that threshold to where now it's like a Nick Saban. Everybody's like, fuck, I don't want to see Alabama in the national title game again. But then after it's like, all right, after 6, 7 times, it's like, all right, you know what? They deserve it. I'm going to stop talking shit.
Yeah, man, I know. And just like people talk about Dak. Oh, Dak needs all this perfect stuff. Yeah, right. Anyway, Dak needs all this perfect stuff to be good, this, that, and that. Tom Brady just literally left Patriots because they didn't have enough perfect stuff and went to a perfect situation so he can be good.
And what?
Exactly. You needed what you need to be good. He wasn't – listen, he was good this season. He wasn't great.
I just think Dak has already had his best season.
You think so?
Yes. No, I think he's already had his best season.
No way. He's got at least 45 touchdowns and 5,000 yards for you next year, buddy. Just so you know. Quote me on that. Actually, this is recorded, so you can quote me on that.
We will.
45 touchdowns and 5,000 yards, buddy.
I'll give you odds, and I'll take a punishment.
With the weapons that we have at our disposal, if my offensive line is even 4, if we return 4 out of 5,
you're on the board.
Yeah, I've been locked into this thing for 38 years, bro.
Oh, now you went and done did it.
You know what I'm saying? 37. I ain't really 38, but I whatever. I be forgetting my age, my birthday. I'm just sad, bro.
Dude, I can't remember anything. All the time, I forget everything. I literally walk in a room and I'm like, I came in here for a reason, and I'll just stand there until I remember.
And that's like the third time I've called myself 38 just like within the last week. And I'm literally only turning 37. So I've put 2 years because I'm really 36, bro.
All right. Now we're starting to lie. Okay. All right, Mike. You're changing your age. Do I need to cut some of this out? Edit? I don't know.
Man. I really am literally 36 and I'll be 37 on Saturday. I'm just telling the whole world all my business. But anyway.
Maybe you get 37 birthday kisses. Nah,
that ain't gonna
happen. Maybe they're from me.
There you go. Fly out here. Come see me.
What? Who do you think is slated for the next year's Super Bowl? Is it going to be Tampa Bay KC favorites again?
Do you know who's coming back? Did we just not have a conversation about a man going for 45 touchdowns?
I thought we spoke truth on this podcast, Mike.
We would have went to the Super Bowl this year, bro.
No, you wouldn't.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you we're not on. We're gonna have an episode for Dallas Cowboy offseason moves, I guess. So I'm gonna save that for that. But listen, we're 2 moves away. It's over. Over for you dudes, bro. Over for you dudes.
Well, Niners are gonna have rebuild they're gonna do a quick rebuild, I think, over the next couple of years, and then be right back in the mix.
Niners are gonna be definitely a part of this quarterback carousel that's gonna happen in the NFL. Oh my goodness. Because they're going to be getting a new one, and they're probably going to be shipping theirs to New England. So,
yeah, Jimmy G should either go to, the Patriots or Washington, I think. Either one of those. Send him there. Leave him there. You got 6 years figured out, But Deshaun's got to go somewhere. He would fit in well with the Raiders, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen.
No, I think they're going to figure out a way to get Deshaun to New York. And then New York's going to turn around and get a first round back for giving Darnold to somebody. It's going to be I just think Darnold's going to go somewhere. And Cowboys might come off the Dak train and end up. It's a couple guys that I would take that have been talking. Russell Wilson just started talking yesterday.
That's ridiculous. He's not going anywhere.
I'm just saying, if they want to trade him, we'd be happy to pay him that salary, and we got a franchise quarterback we can give you that fits right into what you want to do.
You guys
there.
might. You
want to run the ball and only make big play passes. Dak is your guy, and we'll definitely take Russ off your hands. I mean, if that's what you really want to do.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I could definitely see a scenario where Carson Wentz either goes to the Colts or goes to the Cowboys and Dak goes to the Colts in like a 3-way
No.
swap.
Carson Wentz ain't playing for the Cowboys.
That ain't happening. He very well could.
He's going to the Colts, though. He's going to play for his old guy, Frank Wright.
That's that's kind of what I figured.
Jalen Hurts will be the starter in Philly next year. I'm pretty much sold on that. We know Trevor's going to start in Jacksonville. 49ers are probably going to – the 49ers are going to be a big one, who they end up with. Because they're coming off the Jimmy G train.
Yeah.
They're definitely going to come off the Jimmy G train.
It's interesting because they could make a move or they could make a move to get him, or if he starts falling, they could go in the direction of Fields, which I wouldn't be mad at. That,
Yeah.
With Shanahan, that might work, but it depends. If Fields doesn't go in the top 4, I think he doesn't go till like 17 or 18.
Yeah, and then it all depends on what Atlanta does, because if Atlanta likes Zach Wilson, and then if they like Zach Wilson, they're coming off Matty Ice. Somebody's going to want to be in that Matty Ice sweepstakes. Somebody want him. Ain't no way he's sitting on the brand.
Popping up out of nowhere. They always got the...
And then the whole Jordan love with Aaron Rodgers thing, because Aaron Rodgers always put down ultimatums, so if they're not willing to work with him, he's going to be on the market, and that's what I want. If Aaron Rodgers hits the market. Sorry, Dak, I love you.
Yeah, you give up Dak for 3 years of Aaron Rodgers.
Absolutely, because that is 3 championship leagues. With the weapons that we possess and the money that we possess, those are championship years. Because unlike that, what they do in Green Bay, Jerry Jones is in it to win it. What you need, A-Rod? We putting it in the middle of the table. We gonna risk the biscuit. Absolutely.
Oh shit. Well, I don't know, man. I think
with Quinn Snyder, so I think Quinn Snyder can handle the Earl Thomas thing. He's been a year off, so hopefully the injuries are better. We'll probably go out and sign him this offseason so he can play for his old coordinator. We'll probably end up with Sherm too, all depending on how our cornerback room shakes out. And I know he's bad, he's not good, but he can play that. He's used to playing their cover 3 that he's used to. So if he just fits in well with his boy over the top, hopefully that works out on the back end.
See, what Richard Sherman should do now is
I like Chitty.
Yeah, what Sherman should do is he should go somewhere he could be a nickel guy. He comes in and just
he's just gonna be a nickel dot, but we're gonna drop. He's still gonna stay outside when he come in. We're gonna drop either whoever we keep down in the slot and let them play slot because he can't play slot. He don't have the feet.
All right. Well, we'll talk after your wild card loss this upcoming season.
Ain't no wild card loss, bro. Listen, I don't care who at the quarterback. We're going to the Super Bowl.
No chance.
Give me A-Rod or Dak, and we're going to the Super Bowl. But I also think there's a chance that the Redskins try to pull the rabbit out the hat and get Kirk Cousins, man.
Oh, for sure that's happening. Well, the Niners are going to try and get him too.
Yeah, I was about to say that's another one of those Shanahan live possibilities.
I don't want that dude. He's such a square.
He's just big game, man. He had this big game folding situation. Like it's like big game. He just freezes up. I don't know what it is with Kirk.
I don't know. He's got to go. I don't care for him.
Every time you look up, he's got 4,500, man. Like I don't understand how.
It's because he's in Minnesota. He's losing games to the Saints. 38-30.
He was doing it in the back his last years, and when they gave him the start, man, Kurt is 4,500. Kurt had 4,500 for you. I don't know how he manages it, where they come from, but at the end of the year, you look up, and he's got about 4,500.
Oh yeah, he's like a top.
Can't be mad at that, man.
Top 7 fantasy football quarterback, but he's they're 10-6.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
That's why we talking about team thing, because a lot of that comes to everything, man. Defense, quarterback, like calls, your coordinator, position that you're put in, like, man, all that matters, bro. Like, Tom Brady gets way too much credit for stuff.
Yeah, but he still got to do it, Mike.
He still got to do what? He won a game where he threw 3 interceptions. So what did he really have to do? And every touchdown they scored,
he had to show up and look good.
Turnovers.
He had to look pretty, bro.
That's what he did. That's what he had to do.
Hey, if that's what it takes, sign me up.
My man hasn't had they didn't before the Super Bowl. They didn't have a touchdown drive longer than 45 yards in the entire playoffs. Like it was turnovers, hand me the ball, punt return. Like it was just crap. It was just
not their fault for capitalizing on somebody else's mistakes, Mike.
Oh my God! I'm just talking about him. We're not talking about. I understand they had a good team. They won the Super Bowl. Congratulations to Tampa Bay. Right. But in reference to Tom Brady, like it's just way too much credit given. That's what I believe. That's just my opinion, and I'm sticking to it.
All right, sticking to it. Well, speaking of not sticking to it, a few weeks ago I was listening to some random shit, a new album from Morgan Wallen, and it turns out this young rednecker made a big mistake. So this dude has a blow-up album. This shit is huge. It's really good. Turns out my endorsement here on the Black Irish podcast, just sent this kid Soren. So I didn't read into it. I don't have any side. All I know from the story is that he was out partying, got driven home, I think with friends, but I don't know. And then on the way to his door was screaming back at the car, dropping N-bombs. And now this guy's done. Like, so I don't know the context of if it was playful and like this dude just doesn't realize he's famous now and those inside jokes he cannot have anymore. Like, even if they are inappropriate and you're going to do them, you can't do them where people can see you.
I mean, you're right about that, but if that's who he is, that's who he is. Like,
yeah, but now...
Gotta be who you are, bro.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, also, you could reel it back
now,
when you're in public.
Now, why is that who you are is a whole different question.
Exactly. So now this dude's just going to go and, he's going to get buried and he's not going to put anything out for a few years. Maybe this kills his career. Maybe comes back in a little while, a few years.
I don't think it kills his career, man. Don't come out with a public statement, apologize. Black people are some of the most unforgiving people in the world, so it'll be pushed to the back end sooner than later. Sorry to say, it's just facts of the matter, man. Sometimes I wish we weren't, but it just is what it is, bro. It just is what it is. So he'll probably be forgiven sooner than later. But with that being said, it's all about context, man. Because like I said, we were talking offline about the race car dude, man. Like, he was talking to his homeboy. That's how they talk to each other. And some random person just happened to hear it and record him. Like, bro,
yeah, he
wasn't really trying to be mean or malicious or do anything wrong.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Now, why is it that him and his Caucasian, no offense to anyone, friends sit around and call each other the
most offensive
N-word?
Thing you could have said to me. Don't ever call me Caucasian, you fucking asshole.
You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't talking about you, bro. I'm talking about this race car dude and his friends. But anyway, like, you know what I'm saying? Why is it that they sit around and call each other the N-word? That's a whole different question for somebody else to ask them because it ain't my job. But if literally that's how they converse with each other, we would have never knew. Like, and they weren't saying anything like, yo, F these N-words or being derogatory.
Yeah, even if it's playful.
Like,
and
me and my homeboys talking to each other, it's kind of like giving them. That's how they feel comfortable talking to each other now. I don't know why, but that's just what it is for them.
Yeah.
Just like some people might be like, they don't know why me and my friend said it.
Yeah. Well, trust me, dude. One of my best friends was a football player in Palmdale, and he used colorful language with a bunch of the buddies at the house when we're all hanging out. And I'm like, I'm sure shit not saying that. But it was the football team. Like, yeah, no. Like, the locker room, we can talk like this, but you don't do it anywhere else. Like, it was a weird thing.
Gotcha.
Maybe he's got that with his buddies, but buddy, you're famous now. Can't do that shit. You got to be conscious.
Y'all were on a live stream video game type of thing, so you should have been more conscious of that. But like, he was having a conversation with his homie.
Yeah. And you're streaming. Yeah.
I can't hate you for that.
Yeah, there's a dude live streaming at the NASCAR
talk to each other.
event.
Yeah.
But so
kind of think y'all weird that y'all talk to each other like that. But
yeah, that also got me thinking though. Like, all right, we'll go with an easy one, a softball, like a Bill Cosby. I didn't realize Bill Cosby was a piece of shit until way later in life. So all of the stuff that I didn't know he was a piece of shit while he was doing it, like the Cosby Show that I love, can I still watch it because at the time it was innocent? Or do I have to say I can't watch any of this guy's shit anymore? Like, can I?
I'm going to be honest. If you want my opinion, it's all about how you feel about the situation. That's just me. Like, when it comes to certain things, I feel like, that was bad. But it wasn't like horrific, and then it's like, oh shit, this was horrific. I can't even like listen to you, dude.
No, I know, but I'm saying like as just playing devil's advocate, as somebody who's just a regular old person that was just watching TV, not knowing anything about what's going on. Like, do you have to retroactively hate everything that they did, or can you be like, well, I didn't support him after I knew it was a piece of shit, but everything before, all right. I don't know what
piece of shit. You should retroactively consider him a piece of shit, Brendan. You can't be like, yo, he's a piece of shit now.
Well, he's always been a piece of shit, but I didn't know he was a piece of shit.
Well, now that you know, you gotta consider everything he's done a piece of shit.
And he's already rich. So what? If I listen to a record, like an old vinyl record that I already had, is that bad?
Like, people might cancel me for this, but I had to stop listening to R. Kelly, bro. Like, I literally took everything he wrote. Like, if he has a writing credit on it, I took it off my phone.
Damn. All right. Well, now we know where you stand, Mike.
But I didn't do the same thing with Bill Cosby. So, like I said,
do you have any Michael Jackson in your playlist?
Michael Jackson is a whole different thing that we don't want to talk about on this podcast.
That's the only thing I want to talk about.
No, you don't want to get into that. You don't want to get into that back and forth about Michael Jackson, because there's a thin line to walk with Michael Jackson.
I know there is. It's dangerous. Doesn't that seem fun?
It's very dangerous. Very dangerous line to walk with MJ.
Oh, maybe we'll save that for another day. I just wanted to get your opinion on it because I don't know how to feel about it, so I was just kind of curious. But you're a retroactive. Once you're out, you're out.
Yeah. I just never. I don't know, man. Michael was an iffy thing for me to kick out. Honestly, Because there was nothing really solid ever against Michael, just a whole bunch of accusations. Then he died.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, that's a sticky subject.
There is definitely wiggle room for Michael Jackson, and I think it was done that way on purpose.
I think so too. If you want to ask my true opinion, I think there was some other people involved with the whole, all right, man, you're sick. Might as well get you before this even gets ugly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Just kidding. Yeah. I believe that. I'm with that theory. Definitely with that theory.
Oh. What have you been watching? Have you gone back to The Sopranos? Well, you said you started watching that for a while.
I am watching it, but you know, episode by episode, little. I am watching it, though. I haven't made it that far, but
yeah, we finally finished Cobra Kai season 3. It's all right. I don't care if we watch season 4 or not. Honestly, I kept falling asleep.
Season 8 of Blacklist is out now. I caught a couple episodes of that.
Finally. You can catch up on your birthday. You've been waiting for it. You've been talking about it for like a month already.
Well, it's only a couple episodes, so yeah. But I don't like to watch the whole thing until the whole thing drops. But I just want to know what happened. Because the last season, because of the pandemic dropped, like it was like animated, so I was so ready for season 8. And then All American on CW started new season. So
what's All American?
Like a football story. Do you know who? What's his name? Actually, you probably can't watch in your house because the dude is went to Oregon.
Oh, yeah, that's not fun. But yeah, I can still watch it.
Pasinger is his last name. I can't think of his first name. He ended up playing, I want to say running back. I think it's loosely based on his life. But yeah.
Gotcha.
He's from Cali too. I can't think of his first name.
But it's good?
Yeah, it's a good TV show. Nice show to watch. Pretty interesting. I think this is like 3rd season. And Snowfall's coming back. If you've never seen that, you need to watch that.
What is that? Basically, anything you're about to... Anytime we're on this and you said, if you haven't seen, just know that the answer is I haven't. So what is Snowfall? So that I know
Snowfall
that.
is another TV show, man. It's a series. It was on FX. First 2 seasons of John Singletary with Shonda Singleton, dude who wrote Boys in the Hood or whatever.
Okay.
Well, he was the first 2 seasons, but he passed. But I guess they got a new writer, so they're keeping it going. But it's a pretty good show.
Hopefully it's not like The Wire.
Both of them are based in Cali, too.
Yeah, The Wire when they switch up writers after season 2 and it goes to shit.
You think The Wire went to shit? Look, Brendan, certain stuff you're not allowed to share on a podcast that you share with me. Right? So we're gonna any blasphemy against The Wire, we're just gonna never allow that.
It was still a good show, but after season 2 was that was one of the best seasons of television I've ever seen. And then
do you really believe
that?
That is the worst season of The Wire, man. We totally disagree on that. So we're gonna have to put that on the agenda for another day, a Wire conversation.
I might have to go back and rewatch it because that was spaced out over probably a year and a half, maybe like 3 years ago.
True.
So maybe I'll revisit that, but I'll put it on my my long list of how have you not seen that, or how do you have that weird opinion? Which brings me to, I'm going to watch The Godfather this week. At some point, I'm going to, now that football's over, we'll do an ironic review of The Godfather next week. So I'm going to watch it. If you want to watch it, Mike, so you can put your tidbits in and have it fresh in your memory, that'll give you something to watch. Anybody that wants to watch along with us. I'm gonna take the dive, make sure I carve out enough time. I might even do it tonight. I think I'm alone tonight with the kids. So I'm going to watch The Godfather and review it, and we'll see exactly how I feel. I will give my honest review, so I'll prepare to be hated. Because you might not like what I have to say. What have you been listening to, Mike?
Shameless plug week. I've been listening to my homeboy dropped some new music this week, Black Cobain. So you get a chance, anybody go check him out. Friend of mine, man, dropped some new little music this week, so I've been kind of going back in through his music, listening to him this week. So shout out to him. Yeah, but that's pretty much nothing new this week, man. Just giving my homeboy some spins.
Nice. All right, we'll check out Black Cobain this week. So this past week we did Wu-Tang and AC/DC, and that playlist was awesome, but we got to tone it down a little bit. It was aggressive, bro. It was very aggressive. I was listening to that and some Socrates, and I'm like, all right, I gotta reel this back a little bit. So we're gonna chill this week and do Snoop Dogg accompanied with Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats. So nice, chill, groove music. This would be good to put on the background mic on your birthday, fucking chilling, just hanging out type of music.
There you go, man. Good vibes, man. Always about the vibes, man.
Anything special you're doing for this weekend, Mike, for your birthday? Ooh. You just hanging out, looking pretty?
You know, be pretty, man. Just being bored, being same old Mike, man. Birthday used to be a big deal to me, not no more, man.
Yeah, guys' birthdays are never really a big deal, or at least they shouldn't be. I mean, like 18, 21, 30, what, 50, funeral? That's all that matters.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right, bro.
If you make it to 100, you can't see anyway, so who gives a shit?
There you go.
Well, this weekend, Mike, maybe you can think about something, but I want to get your initial answer. So, if you were to smell like a food after sex, what do you think you would smell like?
Bacon.
Bacon? Why bacon? You just sizzling?
I eat so much of it, it's probably just coming out my pores, bro.
So it has nothing to do with the way that you go at it. It's just your natural. You just secrete bacon grease.
There you go, bro. Bacon grease Mike.
Bacon grease Mike. If your lovemaking skills were a meal, what meal would you be then? Now I'm interested.
A tuna sandwich.
Why a tuna sandwich? What kind of tuna? I gotta know everything about this fucking sandwich.
Quick to make, but always fulfilling, baby.
Did you use mayo or Miracle Whip?
Always mayo, man.
Do you cut up celery chunks, or is that white people shit?
That's definitely white people shit.
It's just mayonnaise, tuna, and white bread, right?
No, mayonnaise, tuna. I throw some relish in there, maybe some eggs
relish.
On a good day. Boiled eggs on a good day, yeah. But
what kind of bread?
Do you throw raisins in your tuna too?
Raisins? The fuck?
I heard white people put raisins in everything, bro.
Maybe in the fucking Ukraine or somewhere weird. I don't know about anything like that. I put hot sauce on my tuna sandwich.
You put hot sauce on your tuna, bro. You eat more hot sauce than I do. Real rap,
bro. Yes, you put some Marie Sharp's hot sauce on your tuna sandwich. That's the business, bro. A fucking tuna sandwich. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna have an aneurysm. That is good shit, Mike. Oh man. Well, I don't think we're gonna top that. So make sure you check us out each and every week. We're on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at Black Irish Pod, at Brendallis7, at Black Irish 213, and we'll be here every week. Make sure to follow us, subscribe, and check out our playlist on Spotify to get in the groove this weekend. So until next time, Mike, I bid you adieu.